Hello journeymen and journeywomen, it's Kathy here, and you're watching Tesla Journey. It has been so long since I've said that. Wow. Okay, that felt great to say. But yeah, hello everyone. It's been a can't even say it's been a while. It's been like, oh god, who knows how long. But yeah, so there's just been a couple things that have been going on. Mainly it's been the last couple months of senior year. Those of you who've been keeping up with me on my Tesla Journey Facebook page, you know that I had some things going on with graduation, getting ready for all of that. Last month of senior year was crazy for me. Not going to go into too much details because this channel is not about my high school career. And also, we've been having some health scares in the family, so enough about me and my craziness. But before I kick off this video, I just want to let my patrons know, those of you who've been supporting me on Patreon during the month of May, by the time this video is uploaded, you should have gotten your refund back for the month of May, because I know I wasn't active. Like, I probably posted like one live stream in the month of May. I know I just couldn't do much in the month of May. Like, time was just not permitting me to do anything. So by the time this video is uploaded, you should have gotten your refund back. But if you haven't, reach out to me through my social media. If you want, you can comment down below and we'll figure it out if you haven't gotten your refund back yet. But if you do, then coolsies. So anyways, yeah, so for today's video, I thought that I actually got a couple of requests for this too. But I thought we would talk about 5 Tesla features that I hardly or don't use at all. As we all know, Teslas are like highly advanced in like every possible way. And they come with a lot of features, especially if you choose to add those features on when you custom design your car, or you end up buying a pre-owned car that has those features. And in case you guys haven't figured out already, I'm in Batmobile right now. This is Batmobile. So in case you guys are confused, yeah, no, this is not a loaner. We are in Batmobile right now. Oh, and also another one of the reasons why I wasn't too active during the month of May is because we've been having a lot of service experience, I'd like to say, with our cars. Yeah, we took baby in a while back, as you guys know. If you guys are tuning into my live streams, you guys know that. And we also had to take this is not baby, this is Batmobile. We had to take Batmobile in for a couple of service visits as well, because it was just making all kinds of noises, as in like the body of the car, not like an actual like mechanics of the car. But we got that all fixed up, and currently Blue Buzz, I don't think I told you guys that Blue Buzz was finally added into our account, but it was, and so now it's currently in the service center. And if you guys keep up with me on my Instagram, you guys know that I've been getting updates back from Dublin Tesla Service about the car. They are currently, Blue Buzz is currently in the shop. I like to call it the shop. It's currently in the shop. It's getting all the stuff done that needs to be done, and I'll be giving you guys an update on Blue Buzz as well as soon as we get it back. So currently we have a loaner, and its name is Leroy Jenkins. I wasn't exaggerating Leroy because it's actually spelled that way. It's like a ridiculously awesome name, but I'm like, who does Jenkins? Like, anyways, but yeah, let's get into the video now. The first one would be Summon. Yeah, we all love Summon, let's be honest here. But for me personally, Summon's not exactly useful in the best sense, because we have like a very narrow driveway in which Summon just refuses to move. Sometimes it'll move, but only like a couple feet, and then it'll stop, and it's just not useful in my circumstance. And, like, I know a lot of people find Summon useful, like, for those who have, like, really tight parking spaces. I know some people just park right next to you. They're like, hey, we're gonna block you and see if you can get into your car now. Like, I mean, I've never had that happen to me. I know a couple owners have, and, well, I'm so sorry for y'all. I don't know why people would do that, but they do. But I've never had that situation, so I've never had to actually like summon the car out so that I could get out, but I mean, we'll like, I feel that for me or in our family in general, summon's more of like a show-off type of feature, like not in like a bad like bragging sort of way, but just to like show other people what the autopilot suite can do, but it's just not something that I would use. The second feature of a Tesla that I don't usually use or change at all is the regenerative braking. I'm pretty sure most of you know about this feature, but in case you don't, there's a feature in the settings or controls, whatever you like to call it, of the touchscreen that you can adjust to your liking. Regenerative braking, there's two settings, so one being standard and one being low. When we first test drove a Tesla, I still remember that day, like my dad hated regen, because it was just the fact that he just wasn't used to it yet. Granted, we all weren't. Yeah, so like he hated it. It was just like, you know, what? Like I let off the accelerator and this thing just like comes to a complete stop, basically, because that's what it felt like in the beginning. But so if you were anything like my dad when you first test drove a Tesla or had an experience with a Tesla, you're like, what the fudge is this thing? That thing doesn't make any sense, and you would want to put it too low because you're like, this just doesn't feel right. But if you're anything like me, where you're gonna be like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, because like personally, like I find it's hard for me to find a flaw in a car like this. It's very hard, and I'm just like, this thing is amazing. And then the more and more we drove the car, my dad sooner or later got used to it, and he's just like, well, this makes so much more sense now I think about it. You know, when you let off the accelerator, basically the idea is that you're about to go to the brake to slow down your car, so might as well let the car do the work for you. And so in a couple of weeks after like driving and having experience with regen, my dad fell in love, and now it's like one pedal driving, it just is the future. There's just nothing more to it. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like the best thing ever invented, one of the best automotive features ever, because it's just like you just let off of it and the car slows down by itself. You hardly have to ever touch the brake unless you want to come to a complete stop, like at a stop sign. Like the car won't stop at a stop sign, at least yet. It will sometime in the future. Yeah, I guess basically what I'm trying to say is that I don't usually adjust the setting of regenerative braking. I'll like show other people, like sometimes if we're doing some like test rides, then I'll like show people like the difference of it, but I won't like change it on like a daily basis. The third feature that I hardly use is the preconditioning feature, and by that I'm referring to the Tesla app. So I do use the Tesla app, but mainly what I use the Tesla app for is to check on the battery status if I'm like charging the car, supercharging, all of the above, mostly just to check on the range of the car, to check the VIN number in case I need to tell it to service, or just looking at the update that I have currently, or the software version, I guess. It's just not something that I personally use. Like on all of my previous cars, we've never had a preconditioning feature, so I guess I'm just used to just stepping into a hot car and then turning on the AC. I used it in the beginning. It was kind of like when I, like a couple months in after getting baby, I was just like, oh yeah, I use that preconditioning feature in the morning to warm up the car because I'm freezing. Every now and then I'll use it. Me personally, in my experience, I would just show it to someone else. I wouldn't use it on a daily basis, mainly to show other people. The fourth feature is the trunk height setting. We have a relatively high ceiling in our garage, and so we never really set our trunk height. There was one instance though, I remember. I don't know why I exactly parked it there, but I parked it because like our garage has a little slope to it, and so I parked baby right on that slope, and I opened the trunk, and so I mean, even though we don't have a ceiling, we still have a garage door, and our door isn't the kind that retracts up above. Ours just like, it's like one of those panels that just, yeah, so it basically sticks out. And so I opened the trunk, and it was probably one of the worst noises I've ever heard, because I knew it was doing damage to my baby. Sorry, am I getting washed out here? But it was just this like, yeah, I don't want to think about it. Long story short, I scraped the top of my trunk, or somewhere along the lines of the trunk, but when I checked on it, thank the Lord, there were no scratches or no evidence of that scratching ever actually happening. But yeah, for sure I did hit it, because it was, you know, with the slope and with the garage door at that angle, you know, the trunk was just bound to hit it, but for some reason I didn't think that through. And yeah, but otherwise I've never, even after that, I've never set the trunk height setting to a lower height, because yeah, well, I've always yelled at myself to never park on this slope again. But I know some people find that useful. Some people who have like lower ceilings in their garage or certain spaces where they park, they have to have it at a lower setting, otherwise it's gonna go crash into the ceiling, and that's just not fun. It's not fun. But that's another feature that I don't use. Like when I first discovered Teslas, that was like the main thing I'd say I would play with besides the actual touchscreen. I would just go to like the Tesla trunks and I just beep, and you know, it's just that classic Tesla noise. All the people who work at like those Tesla showrooms, they'd be like staring at me and they're like, what's wrong with this girl? But yeah, in case you ever saw a girl playing with Tesla trunks for like half an hour, yeah, that was me. Hello. I hardly use that feature. It's actually a pet peeve of mine if the trunk is lower than the actual like highest setting possible. I don't know, I've just gotten used to it being like high. So like whenever I go back to my previous car, my Nissan Versa, like whenever I open the trunk, I'm just like, really? Because it's like right in my face and I'm just like, really? Like I just want to like push it all the way up, but I can't do that. But yeah, that's another feature that we hardly use at all. And the fifth and final feature that I hardly use is the web browser or the internet. Well, I guess I use the internet in this car, but the web browser, like in a couple videos back, those of you who've seen it, you know I talked about how the web browser is really slow, really laggy, just doesn't really... Sorry, I'm just trying to search something up to see if it's gotten any faster. Okay, it's gotten slightly faster through the recent updates. It's probably fast because it's connected to my home Wi-Fi actually. I love the fact that the touchscreen is huge, but for some reason it's just not the ideal place to surf the web from. I don't know, maybe some of you owners out there can relate, maybe not. I might just be me and just not like it, and some people may be using it every day. If I need to use the web, I will literally just go on my phone and go on it there. If we didn't have the web browser, like, I'd be okay with that. It's a feature I would be able to live without. So that's it for the 5 features, the 5 Tesla features that I hardly use or don't use that are available to me, but I just... It's just mostly to show other people what Teslas can do. Guys, just to end off this video, truly, those of you who continually keep on subscribing to my channel, one of you even like asked me last week, like, yo, where you at? I mean, I truly appreciate that, really, just keeping me in check and all that. Currently, I'm on my summer break, so I'm just praying like real hard that I'm just gonna have a lot more time on my hands to make videos for you guys, make content for you guys, and also, since I've graduated high school, I'll be going to college this year, so woot woot. Hopefully that will permit me more time than high school ever did as well. But we'll see. And I'm just gonna do everything in my power to make as much time for me to make videos for you guys. And as always, please do comment down below suggestions for future videos, because I always want to make content that you guys want to see, of course. Because this channel is for you guys, not for my personal watch. As I may sometimes, I don't know, look back on my old videos and react to them. I don't know if you guys want a reaction video to past videos. If you want that, then cool, let me know down below. But y'all know the drill. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like and comment down below, like I said, video suggestions. And also, if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do that. And if you haven't rung that bell, then ring it right now, because then you'll always be notified of my future videos and upcoming giveaways. Hint, hint. Thanks again for watching. Engage yourself in the future.